Hi everyone, welcome to Korean Express YouTube channel. Every year in the heart of winter, families across Korea return home. Traditions come alive and a new beginning is welcomed with hope and gratitude. This special time is called Seollal, that is the Korean Lunar New Year. A while ago, I shared a video on Seollal where we talked about this festival in brief. Its meaning, traditions, food, and celebrations. We talked about all these factors in very short, in brief. But as this is one of the most meaningful and culturally rich festivals in Korea, I felt that it truly deserves a closer and more detailed look. So, this year, just like our Chuseok series, which is another very important Korean festival, Chuseok, we have created a series of videos on that too. So, just like that, we are going deeper in Seollal. I have decided to create a dedicated Seollal video series where we'll explore every aspect of this festival step by step. Its history, traditions, food, greetings, games, and cultural expressions, all explained clearly and simply. And in this first video, we'll begin with the basics. What Seollal is, when it's celebrated, and why it holds such an important place in Korean culture. So, let's begin our Seollal journey together. So, first of all, let's see what is Seollal. What is this festival about? Seollal is the Korean Lunar New Year. The English meaning of Seollal is the Korean Lunar New Year. It marks the beginning of a new year based on the Korean lunar calendar, which follows the moon, the cycle of the moon, and is one of the most important traditional holidays in South Korea. So Seollal is basically a Korean New Year which follows the lunar calendar. So the Lunar New Year is the Korean New Year. Okay? So Seollal is the Korean Lunar New Year. Seollal is not just about welcoming a new year. As I said, it is a highly traditional Korean festival. It's a time for families to come together, honor their ancestors, show respect to elders, enjoy the Korean traditional food, and engage in various cultural activities. And of course, wish for good fortune and health in the year ahead. So this is the basic meaning of this festival, Seollal. This is what this festival is all about. It's about the rich Korean tradition of celebrating New Year according to the Korean lunar calendar. Now let's move ahead and see when is Seollal celebrated. So, Seollal is celebrated according to the lunar calendar, as we have just seen right now, which follows the cycle of the moon. This means that the date of the new year, it changes every year. Okay, because the moon cycle is not fixed, it changes. So therefore, the date of the new year, it also changes accordingly. It usually falls between late January and mid-February on the Western calendar. Okay, so Seollal usually comes in between the late January and the mid of February, according to our Western calendar that we follow in the world as general. In South Korea, Seollal is typically a 3-day holiday, although it can sometimes be extended when it falls close to a weekend. So basically, in South Korea, it's a national holiday for 3 days. The day of Seollal, the day before it, and the day after it. These 3 days, they are a national holiday on the occasion of the Korean New Year. Okay, and if there is a weekend coming in between, then the holiday, it can be extended. And this year, Seollal falls on February 17th. That is exactly a month from today. So in 2026, 17th of February is Seollal, the Korean Lunar New Year. Now, let's move ahead and talk about the origin or the history of Seollal, which is very important as this is a traditionally, culturally important Korean festival. So, historically, many East Asian cultures followed the lunar calendar. So, many East Asian countries, China, Korea, Japan, and other countries too, they follow the lunar calendar, and celebrations marking the Lunar New Year existed across the region for centuries. So it is an age-old tradition. It has been centuries since this festival is practiced. In Korea, Seollal developed with its own unique customs, rituals, and meanings, shaped by Korean history, values, and way of life. So, the essence of Lunar New Year is basically same in all the East Asian countries or cultures where it is celebrated, but it has a unique taste based on the culture. So in Korea also, Seollal is shaped according to the Korean customs, the Korean rituals, and the Korean way of life. Over time, it became a deeply rooted Korean tradition, centered on family bonds, ancestral respect, and cultural identity. So, Seollal is basically a historically and culturally significant festival of South Korea. Now, let's find out why is Seollal celebrated? What is the essence of this festival? What are the reasons for its celebration? Seollal is much more than the start of a new year. It represents new beginnings and renewal. It's a time when people pause, look back on the year that has passed, and step into the new year with a hopeful and sincere heart. So, it's a time to look back at our past and plan for a healthy and happy future. At the heart of Seollal lies family. Families come together to honor their ancestors, show deep respect to elders, share meaningful meals around the table, and take part in various traditional activities. So, throughout the video, the term family has come again and again because there's a reason. This festival is all about family, family bonding, respect to your ancestors, sharing quality time with your family. That's all this festival is about. So, family is a really significant part of Seollal. Through these traditions, important values such as respect, gratitude, harmony, and strong family bonds are passed down from generation to generation, keeping the Korean culture and identity alive. So, this festival, Seollal, is very, very similar to another Korean festival, Chuseok, that I discussed about in the beginning of this video. So just like Chuseok, Seollal is also a traditionally rich Korean festival and has a high significance in the Korean culture. And therefore, the traditions and the customs that are practiced during Seollal are very similar to those that are practiced during Chuseok. So, if you have not watched my video series on the Korean festival Chuseok, then I suggest you to go and watch it, because you'll be able to understand the basic behind these culturally important Korean festivals, the essence, their meaning, and their traditional and cultural importance in the Korean culture. So please go and watch it. I'll share the link of the Chuseok video series in the description, so you can have an access to all these videos easily. So in this video, we talked about Seollal. What is Seollal? When it is celebrated? What is the origin or the history of this festival? And why is it so culturally important for the Korean people? So, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Korean Express YouTube channel. Thank you.